Well, I am driving around a field here. I'm out in Illinois, and I get a lot of questions a lot of times. How do I know where to set? You know, for raccoons, possums, skunks, if you're looking to catch those nest raiders, you're always looking for areas. And what I'm doing today is going to show you in this video. Actually, right there is one. Wow, that's actually a good trail. We're going to show you that one. We're going to start off with this one. I just started. It's the morning, crisp night last night. We got a nice frost, but I get a lot of questions and people ask, where do I set? Location, you know, where do I want to put my traps? And this video is going to show you exactly what you can look for and exactly where you can place your traps, and you're going to be successful. I'm going to try and show you places where you're going to be able to find all around the country. You're going to be able, no matter if you're in Missouri or Pennsylvania or, you know, anywhere out there, as far as across country, if you want to catch these nest raiders, I'm going to show you these places, and hopefully you're going to be able to do that. So we're going to get out here and we're going to start with this first one. As you can see, we have this trail right here. It's right on the edge of a fence row with some basically hay bales and a cornfield over there, and they're working this edgeway. But you can see this trail right here, this game trail, goes right in under that fence right there. And that's a perfect trail to put your stuff. You can also see how there's another trail that actually goes down and intersects it right there. So if I was going to put a trap here, I'm going to put one right at that intersection, and I'm going to put one probably about 2 feet out from where that fence is. I don't want to put my DP right under the fence, because the raccoon, possum, skunk, if you catch him, he's going to be basically up in the fence, and it's going to be a mess. He'll get tangled up. So you want to keep it out from the fence a couple feet, but you could put one there. You could put one right there at that intersection. You could also put one, you can see where the trail actually goes back in towards the fence. And you're going to have all of that critter traffic. They're going to work this, and they're going to work this edge, but that is a prime place that is going to allow you to catch these nest raiders. And we're going to throw a couple in here, and hopefully we'll come back and be able to show you some of the success that we've had. But through this, we're going to just show you a bunch of different places, a bunch of different locations, whether it's on a dam breast, around a pond, fence rows like this. We got hay bales. We're going to look at those, but this is a prime location right where this trail intersects and right where they go under that fence. And if you set those, you're going to be successful. And we're only about 300-400 yards from where I just showed you. And we're on a dam breast here, coming out of a gulch. You can see this dam breast. And there's a swamp, cattails right here. These are perfect locations. You'll see here, right at the halfway point, right at the middle of the gulch, you'll see what I'm talking about. Look at this trail right here. Look at that. That's exactly where you want to put your DPs. You can see they got it bare, and it goes right down, and they climb through the fence right there. And you can see how barren that is. And also it goes down, and you can see where it climbs in down into that root system, and also it goes out into the swamp area there. You can see right here where the trail goes right out through the cattails. Then they work right down in amongst there, trail out through the cattails, and that's where the coons, possums, and skunks are running. You can see where they climb up right there, and it's just unreal. That's what you're looking for. And you can see there's a little distinct trail that goes along the edge here, but I wouldn't even set that. I'm probably going to put one right here where it comes out and goes out through there. I'm going to put another one right where they intersect and go out through there. And then over here I'm probably going to put one right here, and I'm probably going to put one right here. So this little area right here, we're going to put 4 sets, and ultimately, as you can see, it doesn't matter. Anywhere across the country, you're going to have these situations, and you're going to have that nest raider traffic running down through here, crossing over. And when you find these trails, set them up, and that's what we're going to do, and hopefully come back in here tomorrow and show you some. There's always going to be abandoned buildings and barns, whether they're abandoned or not. The raccoons, possum, skunks, they're going to look to use those for shelter. You can see the trails that are actually around this, and we're going to put a couple sets right here. You can see the trail that actually leads from the building. The trail you can see leads right here out into the field right there. So that's just perfect sign. As you can see, these old abandoned buildings are going to house these critters. There might even be 1 or 2 of them in there right now, who knows. But anytime you have these, you can see the trail also. I'll show you this real quick. Look at that trail that goes out along that edge right there, out the side. And you got a pond down there. They got water, they got food, they got shelter. And this is exactly where these critters are gonna be. But we'll put 1 or 2 right here, probably one on that corner right there, and then one right here where that trail goes in and under it. I like to keep them off of the structures, because if you set and they can reach the structure, they're gonna tear it, and I just like them out away from it a little bit. That's just my own preference. But we'll put one on that trail over there, and this trail right here, you can see where it leads right in by that tree and goes up in there for the shelter. But don't pass these up. You can see any of these old buildings, these old shelters are going to house these nest raiders. And also, you know, you got the ditch there, they're going to come up out of there. They got cover, and it's just a beautiful day. But don't pass these up. These are perfect locations. As I said, anywhere across the country, you're going to find these trails. These raccoons, possums, skunks are going to use this for shelter. Also to, you know, escape some predators, whether it be hawks, eagles, coyotes, whatever. But don't pass these up, because you can see the sign is there, and we're going to put a couple in and hopefully come back in here tomorrow and show you some results. A lot of people are going to have across the country, you have hay bales and farm equipment and all those different things. And you can see here, old barns, farm equipment, junk piles, you know, that's just perfect for where raccoons are going to look for shelter. They're going to move in amongst looking for food and, you know, grains and all those different things. But this is a location that's going to be able to be found anywhere across the country. We just set this yesterday. There's 2 trails. I put 1 trap on each. It was the end of the day. I probably should have put a couple on each trail, because you can see the trails here. I mean, you can see how bare that is. And there was another one that come out right here from under the trailer, and obviously we were in the right spot. We have a raccoon here today. He's a really nice big one. And then we move over here towards the barn, and we have another one. And as you can see, we have just an unbelievable trail that they're just working on here. And we have this guy right here. And, you know, when you find these locations where you get up under these barns and the trails are going in and out, all you have to do is put those DPs right smack dab in the middle of the trail, and you're going to catch them. And, you know, as I said, they're going to work in amongst these hay bales. They're going to work in this little creek that's below us. They're going to come up in here. They're going to look for shelter, food, and all those different things. But if you put you know, just a little bit of effort looking for this sign. The raccoons, the possums, the skunks, whichever you're wanting to target, they're going to give you that information, and you can very easily just place these DPs, put your bait in, and put 2 here yesterday and come back in and had a double today. But ultimately, pretty awesome. And we're going to get these raccoons taken care of, remake the sets, and I fully expect to probably come back in here tomorrow and have a couple more. Well, it's getting late in the day here. We're finishing up. We got about 20 canine sets in and about another 20 DPs, the stuff we're talking about here. And here is just another prime example of a great nest raider location. As you can see, look at that trail going down in right beside the right of that tree down into this patch of woods. You can see that's a skinny patch of woods that's separated by a large open field, and then there's a large open field that goes this way. You can see that comes out to a point, and that trail goes by that tree right here. You can see exactly where it goes, and it goes directly across the field. And over on the other side, there's a trail going in just like that. But what you have here is what's considered a narrow point. And all of your prey species, whether it's raccoons, possums, skunks, anything, when they want to get from one patch of woods over here to another patch of woods over there, they're gonna pick the shortest distance. And as you can see, that patch of woods comes up to a point. Basically, they come out of the woods there. This is the shortest distance that they have across the field to get to the other patch of woods. It doesn't matter if you're in a field in Missouri, in Pennsylvania, I'm here in Illinois. You find what I consider the pinch point, where it's the shortest distance from one side to the other, you're gonna have trails just like that. And you can see that's been used time and time again, the shortest distance between those 2 points. And you can see that trail is literally beat down to the ground where they run across in that spot. So make sure that you look for these locations anywhere on your property or where you're trapping. And I'm going to put one right there at that corner, and I'm going to put one across, and I fully expect to have some action here tomorrow. So look for these pinch points, and you'll be successful as well. One I set yesterday, and we got a double, and you're going to see this. This was a trail that comes out along this fence. You can see right here by where these two are, there's a hole right under that fence, and that trail goes out through the woods, and that's where they go through. Now you can also see here where the trail comes out and intersects with another one that goes down that way. But we got two really big, really nice coon, nice fur, nice pelts, but a nice double, and we're going to take care of those. We're going to reset these, but you can see this location right here. The trail comes down, it runs right along that fence down to those hay bales. Anytime you have hay bales, you can pretty much bet that you're going to have raccoon traffic, and it works out of a cut corn field. And right there, they go under the fence, and we have little muskies right here. Two really nice coon. As I said, we'll get them taken care of. I'll show you the remake real quick, and we'll head on down the road and show you some more locations. But don't pass up these locations. We got a top of a ridge here. They're gonna work the top of the ridge. Got the tree line under the fence. They're gonna work along the fence out that way. And also they're gonna work down into that bottom, into those saplings, down into that creek bed. But you got locations like this all across the country, and basically if you set these, you're going to be successful too. In this video, we're going to go over a bunch of different locations and try and show you what to look for when you're out there going after these nest raiders. We have a lot of farm equipment right on the edge of a cattle yard. Got the hay bales, you know, these raccoons and things, and you can see we actually have one right here between the you know, old ambulance in the tractor. But these junk piles, the you know, dirt piles, all that farm equipment is going to have trails, and you can see the trails that, you know, come through here. You can see this one here. You can see the trail actually goes in under the tractor to where it goes out into that feed lot. But we got ourselves a nice raccoon here, and that's a real nice coon, big one. I got another trap right there that we set. But ultimately, if you set these trails and, you know, put them in accordingly, you're going to catch these raccoons. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're in here taking some of their problem animals out, and it's just something that anywhere across the country you're going to be able to find these areas where, you know, there's farms everywhere, and the raccoons and the possums and the skunks are going to be in all these places. And ultimately, when you put your traps in around these feedlots and things of that nature, you're going to have success just like that. So we'll get him taken care of and remake that. Hopefully come back in here and have another one tomorrow. This is where we had a double yesterday. As you can see, we have the old farm equipment. You can see the catch circle from yesterday. Nothing in that one today, but over here on the other side, we got this another coon here. So these two traps have taken 3 coons in 2 nights. Another nice nest raider, marauder out of the equation, but you can see that trail goes in under that, you know, old barn and out into that feed lot. You can see the trail, how it's just bare, where they just basically have that all worked, put it where they need to bump their nose on it, and you're going to be successful. And that's exactly, they're all really big coons. They're all just really nice, and that's what happens a lot around farm country. They're in here eating the, you know, corn and cattle feed. They're probably sneaking in and grabbing with all the protein and stuff. So you really get some monster coons in these farm country areas. But get them set, find those little trails like that right there, beat down, put it right smack dab in the middle, make them hit their nose on it. They're going to work it, and you're going to be successful going after these wherever you're at across the country. As you can see where the raccoons are climbing up this hay bale right here and digging, and they'll do that a lot of times. You'll see that the hay bales across the country, you'll see a lot of the scat on top of it, but I hope one doesn't come running out at me. I think they got this thing hollowed out. You can see where they come off the back edge, the trail's going up, but you can see in there where they've got that hollowed out, and they may even be down in there right now, who knows, living down in there. And you can see where they're over there and they sit up on top. You can see some raccoon scat on the top of that one. But just along this field edge, got these old hay bales, and the raccoons obviously are using the hay bales to their advantage. But pay attention, look for a sign like that. That's kind of unique. You don't see that all the time. But just working along this edge right here and finding some more animal traffic, and we'll put some DPs in along here and fully expect to have some raccoons waiting for us when we come back in the morning. Well, we're coming up on this trail. We set this yesterday. We put 2 sets in here where the narrow part of the field is, and we got one in our second set that we put in. Nothing in the first one that we put in and showed you making yesterday, but as you can see, we got a real nice coon right here. That trail going across, you can see that trail is just beat down, crossed. Look at that trail, that is unreal. But that's the one thing that you pay attention to, the shortest distance between 2 edges. in a field, they are going to work across that exact location. And you can see that trail is just bare. And there's our prize. Got us a nice nest raider. He was obviously working up through that patch of woods right there, working in, going to the other side. He could have been coming down the edge of the field. As I said, I like to set the edge of the field. I don't like to put it down in the woods in case something is working across the edge of the field. So as you can see, the trap is placed right where that trail meets the edge of the field. And we got ourselves a nice nest raider here. We're going to get him taken care of, remake it, but that trail is just awesome. I fully expected 2 here today. I thought I'd have a double, but nothing on the other side. But we'll get this one reset and maybe come back tomorrow and have that double.
Handling nest raiders is our specialty, and you can become the steward of your own land with our North American Trapper Scent Package, which includes our Coonbuster DP bait and magnet trailing scent. Our sweet scented trailer will draw them in, where our Coonbuster will then take over, and its soaked crawfish essence will entice those nest raiders to work the trap consistently. Look no further than our North American Trapper Combo Scent Package for all your predation control needs. North American Trapper. Proven products. Proven conservation.